for their lives at the upscale hotel complex in the Kenyan capital. And as we've just said, one man came out with blood covered from a university students being evacuated. Joining us now to talk to us this a little bit more is Professor Isaac Khomo. Thanks very much for joining us. Welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so sadly these are not new incidents in Kenya. They beef up security as best they can, but somehow, and we don't know whether it is terrorists or who they are, but it has all the hallmarks of an act of terror.
Yeah, it's got all the hallmarks of acts of terror, and I think Al-Shabaab has actually said, claim responsibility, claim that they are behind the attack. But that's the situation in Kenya, and basically with the terrorist attacks, there are two hubs. There is the northwestern hub, and also there is the coastal hub, where you've got the towns, or the coastal towns, where there's Al-Shabaab activity too.
All right, so explain to our viewers why Al-Shabaab from Somalia would be a problem in Kenya.
Well, basically, Kenya's got a very big population of Somalis within Kenya. The Northwest Frontier District, they say it's a Somali area, but basically it's got different people. It's got Somalis and also got Oromos there. Yeah. But then you find that the people of that area, they tend to go across the border. They're the Ogadenis. They're Ogaden people. It's the same tribe as you get it on the other side of the border. And whatever it is, those people are related to their people in Somalia. And Al-Shabaab basically is very active in that area. And again, is very active in Nairobi. And that area it has been a problem ever since the 60s, where you had the shifter wars, where people of that area wanted to break out to join the greater Somali. Yeah, the shifter wars just after independence, but those fizzled down. But there's still that element of Somalis in that area who identify themselves more as Somalis than Kenyans.
It's been suggested that Kenyan troops entering Somalia as part of forces that had been organized has contributed to their being targeted in the heart of their country.
Well, I would not say so, because as you can see that Al-Shabaab and Al-Qaeda attacks in Kenya did not start with troops being in Somalia. They started with the bombings of the American embassy, the Mavuno house, where there were about over 1,000 people who were injured, 200 killed, 150 who were blinded for life. And then there was also an attack in one of the Mombasa beach houses, hotels, and there was an attack on the Israeli plane. But then the time when Kenya actually started sending troops to Somalia, it was when Al-Shabaab fighters actually came into Kenya. And they attacked some prospectors from the French prospectors were prospecting for oil in Kenya. That's when the Kenyans decided to join the IGAD group and send troops to southern Somalia. So basically, it's not that the troops in Kenya are the ones which actually instigated attacks of Al-Shabaab. The attacks of Al-Shabaab started before.
Right, so we're seeing images now of, I think it's Westlands, and this was a targeted area before. Why would Al-Shabaab pick this area? Is it because of the expats that are frequent the area?
Well, Al-Shabaab, Westland, it's a high-class area, and that's where the petty bourgeoisie, sorry for using that word, it's obsolete. But the elites, there's a new word. The elite, the Kenyan elites, you get them there. That's the buzzword. But then you find that the timing, I would really look at the timing more than wide Westland. The timing of the attack is such that you find that yesterday there were 2 Somalis who were involved in the Westgate attack, who were on trial now. And President Uhuru Kenyatta came with a big statement extolling the Kenyan troops to fight against terrorism, and tell the people they should be on the lookout and watch out to fight terrorism. Now this is just an answer to what is going on there, to show them that we are still alive and well, and we are free to do what it is. It is a reaction to the case that is going on. These 2 guys are on trial as we speak.
All right, so this is a show of force.
Exactly, it's a show of force.
Now, I've been lucky to travel to Kenya over several decades, and I've noticed the increase in the level of security. You can't just get into these hotels anymore. What do you think may have gone wrong in this particular instance?
Well, that's a very, very big question. I mean, to say that shows it's a terrorist attack, that the people who went there and who actually carried out the thing, there are people that inside collaboration. Yeah, they're infiltrated. And what it speaks to really Somali, we could say Al-Shabaab attackers who are local. They are more than people coming from Somalia. Kenya has got a lot of homegrown Al-Shabaab fighters, as the people who attacked the school in Wajir. I think people remember that, was it a year and a half ago? Yeah, where there was a school in Wajir which was attacked. Now, some of the attackers there, they were actually bona fide Kenyans. One of them was even a son of a high-ranking Somali Kenyan official. So that's what it is. I mean, so no matter what security you've got, since there are local collaborators, they'll be able to smuggle their arms.
All right, we'll continue with our discussion now, but what I'd like us to do is cross to Nairobi. Our correspondent there, Sarah Kimani, is there and is monitoring the situation for